Well, hey folks, FatGuyFliesRC. All right, going to take up the FMS CJ-6 version 2. This is a speed trial, fun trial. We're going to see if it's guilty of speed and guilty of fun. And I know it's going to be guilty of fun, pretty sure. I'm going into it with a prejudice against it, saying I know it's going to be fun. So, all right, make sure we are reading on the GNS performance analyzer, and we are.
Be careful.
All right. Timer set for 7 minutes, high rates. Got a China Hobby 2.65 4S in there. China Hobby, sorry, Eternity. All right, the first part we're going to do is just a straight performance run, straight and level into the wind, what little wind we have, and then we'll just put her to a hard dive, see how fast we can make her go.
Timer reset.
Okay.
Take off flaps.
Take off flaps, high rates. Here we go.
Flaps up. Retracts tucked away.
All right. A little bit down, elevator. All right, okay. All right, now I'm going to give it the coals. Just lost my hatch.
The gear are down. Ready to land.
Just lost my hatch, and that had my performance analyzer stuck to it.
So in other words, we
landing flaps.
Well, no, it's still going. It's just over there.
I'm just saying it's not going to say how fast we're going.
Yeah, not now. Well, proof that the plane can be autonomous and doesn't need a pilot. All right, I know where it's at.
Motor chilled out.
I'll be right. I'll go get it. We can just stop the film. We'll pick it back up in a second. I know where it's at. Stop it, yeah. All right, we covered the hatch. Let's try that again.
Motor hot. Be careful.
I got the performance analyzer in a different spot now. Try that again. I must not have had the.
Flaps up.
Didn't have the hatch secured. All right.
Take off flaps. Flap retracts tucked away.
All right. Full speed now. I'm saying.
The gear are down. Ready to land.
I'm saying it's about 75 miles an hour. Maybe less.
Flaps up.
All right. Get ourselves a reading.
Braking. Cruise mode.
Oh yeah, it's got thrust reverse.
Motor chilled out. Okay to touch.
All right. Stop. Read. All right. I said 75, 67 mile an hour. 67 mile an hour. Okay. Let's start over. This time on this speed trial, fun trial, let's just take up a hard dive and see how fast we can get this little guy going. I'm going to try to get to 100 mile an hour. I don't think I'll do it, but we'll see. This is a great flying plane. FMS, you've done a great job with this CJ-6.
Take off flaps.
The last one was a green one, the version 1.
Flaps up. Retracts tucked away.
All right, I'm going to take it straight up.
Time remaining 5 minutes.
Flip it.
The gear are down. Ready to land.
All right.
Landing flaps.
Wind has basically died.
Flaps up.
I'm saying 90 mile an hour.
Motor chilled out. Okay to touch.
Okay, I'm saying 90. Stop, read. Nope, 78. 78 mile an hour. Okay, so let's turn that off. Turn the app off. Otherwise, the performance analyzer continues to search for satellite if you don't turn it off. So let's go ahead and take it out. I mean, it's just it only weighs, I think, 45, 50 grams, something like that. It's not very heavy. Let me get that out of there. And now, we'll do the second part of this trial. And this is the fun trial. We'll see if this plane is, as I think, already as the prejudiced judge, I say it's already guilty of fun. But not guilty of 100 mile an hour. Not even guilty of 90. So we're gonna the judgment of this court is for the defendant, not guilty of speed. But I think they're going to be guilty of fun. All right. I'm almost positive. Definitely guilty of good looking. Gonna center line, take off flaps, 4 minutes left, high rates. Here we go.
Flap retracts tucked away.
Pick it up. Kinda got wonky there for a second.
4 minutes.
Don't have much of a roll rate. That's okay. Doesn't have to have. Bring it right at us. Next to no elevator input needed to maintain inverted, so that's good. That means my CG is perfect, or where it needs to be.
The gear are down, ready to land.
See if we can do a touch and go here. There we go.
Retracts tucked away.
Wing over there.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Do that again. Motors off, gliding by. Lock in the power.
flaps.
Practice our do a nice slow flyby.
Flaps up.
Take it out. Tail slide.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Take it up again. Gray flying little warbird.
The gear are down. Ready to land.
Decently aerobatic. Definitely got some fun, serious fun factor. Uh-oh.
Retracts tucked away.
Uh-oh.
The gear are down. Ready to land.
Okay. I couldn't see my nose gear. They're down now.
Landing flaps.
Yeah. The way they're colored, you can't see them in the profile. Let me go come by her slow and show them to
1
you.
minute.
You can see they're down now. No. I don't have a front wheel.
Retracts tucked away.
All right. So we're going to have to do an emergency landing.
Take off. Flaps up.
Hold on, let me get turned around here. We're going to have to do an emergency belly landing. I don't have a front wheel. That little cotter pin must have come undone. Or that little
30 seconds.
E-clip.
What happened when you hit that grass over here?
Probably.
Motor chilled out. Okay to touch.
Okay. All right. Other than grass being on it. Whoa. Yeah, the wheel is just cleanly gone. Let me take a look at this prop real quick. Put the prop away from me.
Hot. Be careful.
All right.
Motor chilled out.
All right.
Okay to touch.
I see no variation in the vibration of that prop. Wheel's probably down there, but the shaft wheel completely came out.
The gear down. Ready to land.
Completely, and those are threaded. So that, if I remember, it's just a screw that holds it in. So all I need is a wheel and the shaft, but zero damage otherwise. Even the pitot tube didn't get broke, and the prop's fine. So the only thing damaged here is my pride. I'm just so glad I saw that, because the gear is solid. So, all right, well, let's go over our rates real quick. Gonna sit a little wonky now. Don't have AS3X or anything, just got regular flying rates, and she's guilty of fun, but gotta watch your make sure your pin's in there. Well, no, it couldn't have been hit the grass because I drove it back.
The pin may have come out.
It may have took off, but I took off somewhere, so who knows? Yeah, but our taxi's back down and took off. Well, anyways, all right. Let's go over our rates. We've still got one more plane to fly. Flew in my high rates.
High rate.
No,
100.
I was in my mid rates the whole time. Never mind. The
Lead right
what I just
75.
flew in were 85 on ailerons, 85 over 30% expo, the same ailerons and elevator, and rudder is 50% or 100% with 50% expo. My flap system is flaps up or 100%, no mix, takeoff flaps, 25% with a 5% down elevator,
Landing flaps.
and landing is negative 100% with a 10% down elevator mix.
Flaps off.
2-second deployment on that. We had 25 seconds left on a 7-minute timer. So let's, throttle cuts on. Check our battery, and I'll show you my battery position real quick. Kind of CG may be off a little now, but I don't have the weight of the battery, but CG is 70 to 80, or 60 to 80, 60 to 70 back from the leading edge root. Puts it perfect right there. And that's where I've got the 2.65 4S Turnigy. Got it? Okay. Let's check our battery. And yeah, I don't know. I go look. Luckily, I've got a wheel at home, but I don't have the shaft. So I may have to order the shaft from FMS. So I got another flight in. 49% left, so honestly, with all that flying, you could probably set your timer for 8 minutes and fly the way you want. Well, lesson, keep an eye on the bolt that holds the wheels in. These are fine. These have the E-clips. This just has a bolt that goes through it, and it screws in. So maybe well, you really don't want to put too much Loctite, because plastic and Loctite don't do along unless it's dried on Loctite. But I gotta find me a wheel now. So, all right, well, there you go, folks. That was a speed run, speed trial, fun trial. Found not guilty of speed. The big time, absolutely, completely guilty on fun, and that is the CJ-6 version 2 with an emergency landing to boot. So, and we're not going to call that grasshoppers. So. All right, Camera Precious, thank you for filming. FMS, you got a good plane? Yes, I know you didn't send this one to me. I got this one on my own. I don't care. I wanted it, and I'm so glad I did, because this thing flies great. Just got to keep an eye on your wheel. All right, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.